India, cow-pissed drinking party to eradicate coronavirus. That's a comment, sir. What is going on, YouTubies? What's up, Team Heart? I'm getting a couple of comments in my previous videos asking me if this mask that I'm wearing is because of coronavirus. I should probably say yes. I should probably say this is the most stylish coronavirus mask and I should market it to you guys and sell you merch and call myself YouTube businessman. Wait, it can't be complete without my goggles. YouTube businessman. Alright, but no, I'm gonna tell you the facts, which is for anybody who's new here and doesn't know this already. I've been wearing masks since I started this channel. That's about 8 years now. So I've always had these masks, not just this. I had like so many types of masks, probably like a 30. Do I have like 30 or more? But what I find amusing is during this coronavirus pandemic time, all those folks who have ever made fun of my mask, you know, those kind of people who are keyboard warriors on the YouTube comments, or that YouTuber who I exposed and his way of comeback to me was to make fun of my masks, all of these guys are going to now shit their pants because of the scared to life and go buy masks and then wear it and post pics on social media. Clout! And the most unintelligent part will be that they'll buy all these weird masks that doesn't really stop coronavirus. So if you are really serious about being safe in coronavirus, it is not even these masks. These are stylish ones, I know. Not even the silly shitty masks that people will wear. Not those. Get at least the N95 type masks. I'll talk maybe more about it later. If this thing continues, I'll talk more about the mask, but N95 is the type that you should be looking for. And very importantly, you should know how to wear it. It's not like you wear N95 and then you like, अरे इधर से हवा के लिए gap छोड़ तो इधर से हवा के लिए gap छोड़. That's not gonna help. You have to wear it properly. It's getting a little dark here. We've been like, the park has been empty. 500 acres of park. I think I'm gonna turn up the light a little bit. Ash, ultimate lighting. We've got our in-car vlogging rig now. So for this video, I want to talk about how life has been in USA, in Seattle specifically. Seattle over here for us with the whole coronavirus thing. And I also want to ask my Indian audience or anybody from anywhere across the world how your life is in wherever you're staying. And I'm actually hoping and praying that you guys are staying safe. So yeah, I would like to know that too. Now, as for us, you guys know from the vlogs that we moved here last year. Seattle, this city or this state, Washington state that we stay in, is the state where the first case of coronavirus was found in the entire USA. And the first death also happened here. So things are actually been going worse. They have been going worse. There are about 55 deaths total in just this state out of total of about 110 something deaths in the whole of, I mean, this numbers could change by the time I put up the video. That's the thing with coronavirus. It's affecting and killing people so fast. So more than 50% of the deaths that have happened in the entire United States is here, which means it's just too risky out here to go out. We're out here in a place which is there's nobody kind of. Now you guys know that coronavirus has been declared up as a pandemic. It's such a big thing across all continents that it has been declared as a pandemic by WHO, and everything is kind of closed. I would say lucky are the people who work in IT industry, because they have been these big companies, Microsoft, Amazon, Facebook, Google, they're all here in Seattle, and all of those employees are now working from home the entire of March. For now they are lucky. For now, yeah, you could say that for now they are lucky. Not so lucky are the people who cannot work from home, like their jobs are dependent on them going on site. So maybe people who work in restaurants, people who work in Amazon warehouses, maybe people who work in movie theaters, construction. All these guys are, I would say, for now they're not so lucky. They have to go to their work. They still are going to their work, or they are having to sit home because every business is like closed, and so they are going to be in loss of pay, or worse, they might lose their jobs. I don't know. That's a helicopter or something that's flying. It's a big sound, yeah. Right. So, as I was saying, if things go worse, even the IT industry will suffer. Small businesses are going on a super loss, but I don't know, even if US government gives them the relief, I don't know how much and for how long is something you gotta think. Like, how long can this go on is really something. So what's personally happening around us is the apartments that we all live in, like here, all the common areas are closed. Rooftop, gym, what is it, game rooms, patio, everything is closed. So you cannot like really go anywhere apart from your garage to take out your car and sit at home. And even if you take out your car or your motorcycle, where will you actually go? Like, everything is kind of closed. The streets are kind of empty, parks are empty, roads are empty, schools are closed. It's almost like a ghost town. They're calling Seattle a ghost town right now. You know what's the worst thing? Another worst thing is, this year I was thinking I will attend all these motorcycle events that happen here, because summer is just starting. So there's a lot of motorcycle dual sport events, ADV motorcycle events cancelled. All are being indefinitely cancelled. Right, sorry guys, I'm gonna turn on the car a bit because we need a little bit of heat and airflow going on. I'm gonna roll up the windows because with the light, all the insects will come in. So, bigger picture, there's a travel ban, right? Yeah, travel ban has happened on a couple of countries, and if it continues, I would say it might even go into a lockdown kind of a state, just like Italy is right now. I feel very sad for the state of affairs in USA, but not just USA, but looking at my own home country, India, I hear that the coronavirus thing is not being handled properly. Now I'm getting some news that okay, there's testing and all that, but then there is news that conditions in which the coronavirus facilities, the treatment facilities are there for patients, they are super crazy bad, the quarantine facilities. So I don't know what's happening, but I mean, when it comes to India, right, we are still a developing country in India, and kinda expected that there'll be shitty levels of handling of this, at least to begin with. But what I was surprised is how USA was handling this thing. At least to begin with, it wasn't at the level of a first world nation or a first world country, how it should handle these things. It was really not. The first month, if you remember, we did not have any information about, let's just say you have symptoms, where to go and get it checked. There was no information. All these news were running about coronavirus, the ads were running, radio was running, but nobody was talking about where do you go to get it tested, because there was no official facility to do that. You had to call your doctor and they would suggest something or something. It was like that earlier. And here, for those who don't know, here in USA, if you want to call your doctor, like you cannot just walk into your hospital. You have to call. If you want to call your doctor, you get an appointment within at least a week or 10 days. Nothing before that. And that's in normal conditions. So now imagine with the coronavirus thing how it could have been. Maybe you could walk into emergency care or urgent care. Now even if you think you could do that, I think the medical bill of going into emergency care and urgent care will kill you anyway. Before it has become dark super quick. That sun just went dipping. Yeah, so the initial test kits apparently were wrong. Then they had to send in for more test kits or something. And this whole thing about not being able to directly walk into a hospital or get a doctor's appointment in 10 days, the virus kind of probably gets its sweet ass time to work on you. So not the kind of healthcare preparedness you would expect from a first world nation like US. In fact, a smaller country like South Korea actually did it better. They had drive-in tests that was happening, and US is now adopting that. So you would really expect US to be like a forerunner in these things. But now I do have a question though, for everybody who's watching. What about these healthcare professionals, the doctors, the nurses, the medical professionals? Do you feel bad for them? Because they knew when they knew that they have to work on coronavirus patients, they will get affected too. And they did. A lot of people did. Do you feel bad for them? Do you have any respect for them? Or do you feel that only for soldiers? Let me know in comments below. Maybe I'll talk about that in a different video someday. Okay, now all this on one side, there's another side of the world which is behaving like unintelligent sheep. Now very often we've seen the folks from the West or some people from West see Asians or people in Asia as classless because they fight for basic necessities like food, water, clothing. But when something like this happens, you see these highly civilized people fighting here for toilet paper, for hand wash, sanitizers, wipes. Like, what an amazing standard. And people are hoarding as much as they can even carry in a whole car. Yeah, like water bottles. And they don't need that for at least 6 months. That's more than 6 months of stock. They're just rushing to buy, panic buying. And now because of that, people who need it don't have it. Remember my Instagram pic, this one? Check it out on Instagram because the lighting is making it shiny. This is what I was referring to. Like, we went on Costco on weekday because usually we don't like to go in crowd, and so we always do our shopping on weekday. And we went on a weekday and we were surprised. This is before we even watched the news that people are hoarding for all this stuff in Costco. We were surprised how many people were there in Costco on a weekday when there's no sale. Fucking empty. Everything is empty. It's panic. And how many people are having their carts full with toilet paper and this and that. And we were like feeling really weird buying one tray of tomato, one bottle of milk, and we're like, oh, we feel poor now. Suddenly everybody's buying 10 kilos of toilet paper. So we've never seen Costco aisles and Costco racks go empty the way it has here during coronavirus this first 2 weeks. So when you look at this and the videos of Americans fighting over toilet paper as such, you cannot really laugh at Asia because they fight for basic necessities, folks in Asians, and there is overpopulation there and scarcity of resources. What you're doing here is making America a laughing stock all across the world right now. visa जो है वो है, बोलना क्या है, बैगन वीजा बोल के डरते रहते. Okay, on top of all of this, Asians are facing racism and hostility in some parts of USA because folks in the West, they cannot distinguish between a Chinese and other Asians. Even back home in India, a lot of Indians are showing this hostility and harassment towards folks from Northeast Indians. They are also Indians, Northeast Indians, who have more Southeast Asian features. They don't have Dravidian features, and I don't think the South is more such racist towards Northeast Indians. It's more the North. If you don't have Aryan features of the face, if you have Southeast Asian features of the face, that does not mean they're all from China. Stop calling them like weird names and all. Like, shame on you. If you're educated and you're still doing this, you did not deserve that education. You better your dad or parents pay for some other orphan's education, who will probably grow up to be a better person. So I want to say this to everybody in this world, like West and my own like folks, India. Xenophobia is wrong. Stop it. Grow out of it. Now that world aside, there's another world, which is the social media influencers. Do you know? You guys know this, right? The coronavirus challenge is going on. That's another weird world out there, where this hot Instagram chick was licking toilet seats. Just what the licking toilet seat? Like, I would not even lick a toilet seat even if you give me money, and if the toilet seat is like brand new from the factory, not used, not installed, like literally in a box, and I would still not lick it. And this girl was out there licking toilet seats in the flight. Just imagine, ugh. We don't call them influencer, we call them influenza. Alright, so dear people whose lives are attached to social media, you may have laughed this off, the coronavirus thing. You may have laughed this off, comparing it to AIDS or another virus that has killed more people. But I guess that time is over. It is time to take it more seriously. It is not a laughing matter anymore. So what makes COVID-19 very deadlier? COVID-19 is this virus, this specific coronavirus, because there have been, I also saw one of those forwards that's going on WhatsApp. Apne log, desi bande, ऐसे forward करते. Look, on Dettol it is written that it can fight coronavirus. Zoom in, look, share it to everybody. Guys, coronavirus is a generic name given because of the shape of the virus. When you look into the freaking microscope, so many X times magnified, you will see that shape. That's why it's named coronavirus. 7 coronaviruses have been identified till now, and 6 of them have been dealt with earlier. This specific one is called COVID-19, and don't trust that Dettol has anything to offer for that. It'll keep you clean. Hand sanitizers will keep you clean. So make sure you keep yourself clean. So what makes COVID-19 deadlier is, in 2 months now, and so many cases happening, we still don't have the cure, and we still don't know if that cure, how far that is when we can find the cure. There is some vaccine test going on. We still don't know how long it will take. We actually do not know the correct symptoms yet. Like, everybody will say, okay, fever, this, dry cough, but it is not a guaranteed symptom. There are people who have been tested positive for coronavirus who did not have cough, who did not have fever. There's another misconception that it's only deadly to older people. Now the reports are saying it may be deadly to younger people also. So it feels like we really don't know all the symptoms. We've only listed down the symptoms that we found, but we actually do not know if the virus can mutate and then give out new symptoms. Most importantly, the rate at which this is spreading is crazy. Like, if you remember the first week or something that we were talking about, there were like 3 deaths. Then there was like, within 2 days there was 6. Then suddenly it became 15. Now we have 55. I'm talking about just this state. But if you take the entire world stats, if you remember just 1 month ago, let's say February, you give it, ending of Jan 26th or something like that, there was like 2,000 cases in the world and 50 deaths. Now at that point you may have laughed it off on social media, saying that, oh, AIDS has killed so many more people, accidents have killed so many more people, that has killed so many more people. But now look at it, just given 1 month, 2,000 cases has become 2 lakh cases, 200,000. 50 deaths has become 8,000 deaths. And you know what the worst part is? I checked the stats in the morning, and by evening the stats have gone up. The cases like go up by huge numbers, like 10,000, 10,000 updates, and the deaths are also going up by like 500, 600,000 a day. Like the updates are like that. It's crazy fast. The way it spreads makes it more deadly. See, other viruses or anything, you had to do something. You had to go and freaking eat some bat or whatever, pig, or get bitten by some animal, or go fuck up, then you get it. Now here, you are not at fault. You just don't have to do anything. You might have just walked through the air cloud that somebody must have coughed like 5 minutes ago, or touched something where somebody must have coughed 5 minutes ago, and put it back on your face. That's it. With no fault of yours, you could get it. So I request everybody, all the memes are and all are fun, but don't take it lightly. Keep your hands clean. Keep your hands away from the face. Keep yourself very clean. And most importantly, don't lick toilet seats. No matter how much brand promotion that is, how much value that is, don't lick toilet seats. Anyway, what's happening in our lives? We were just feeling bored sitting at home. I mean, there's a lot of work. Time they literally been home for like what, 2.5 weeks now. So we keep coming out, to these parks. You may feel it stupid, but yeah, it probably is. If you go to places that are crowded, we find these places. Thankfully, in Washington here, we find these places where they're like nobody. So we keep coming out here. Maybe it's like super dark. Maybe we should go out of this place. I hope I can remember the route. We'll go back and continue this vlog from home. Stay tuned though. I'm gonna tell you what's happening personally in the life. Anyway, so what's going on in our lives? Like, we are feeling a little bored sometimes because we've been staying at home for so long. So once in a while we go to these parks. We find on the maps where people will not go much, and we go figure out. We drive by. We don't get out of the car. We keep our AC in like internal circulation mode. I mean, you don't need the AC, like just the blower. It's super cold out here. So just the blower in internal circulation mode. Whenever we see if there are people and we drive by, we don't stop there. And then we find places where it is not crowded yet, like you saw today. The thing is, luckily, yet my life did not need much change at all, because this whole social distancing thing, it might be a little new and a little troublesome for the uninitiated, but I've been playing this game forever. You must have figured out this by now, especially the folks who have watched my channel for a very long time. The amount of years I spent keeping my identity secret on social media, it kind of shows that I don't crave for social interaction much, and I like to just keep away to myself. Or even by my travel style, you know that I don't crave attention. I like to keep solo. I like to keep go on places where there are not many people, and I like to enjoy that nature and that place in a solo mood. And I could actually do that, but it is still too cold for my sorry ass weak asthma lungs. Like, I rode USA in 2018 summer. I rode North America, other parts which I still haven't revealed yet on my vlogs, in 2019 summer. And when we moved here, I thought, I've ridden these summers, they're not too bad. Maybe I can handle cold. It's fine. But I think I absolutely underestimated the cold out here. It is brutal. Especially brutal for my lungs because I have asthma, I have allergic bronchitis. So if I go out in the cold and ride and I keep breathing that, even if I don't keep breathing the cold air, even if I use the thickest balaclava out here, even this vlog is giving me cough because I'm doing a lot of retakes, because there is condensation being formed in the, wearing mask for a very long time has its own downsides. I'll probably talk about it in a different video. It creates a respiratory problem. That's exactly what will happen. You see this? I tried to finish a long sentence without a cut, and this is probably what will happen if I go out riding. And especially with corona news happening, if I cough, even if it is not corona, people will mistake it for corona. So it's gonna spread panic. Also, I'll be more susceptible to get corona because asthma is a respiratory system disorder. So that's coronavirus somehow likes that. Besides, I don't want to leave my partner alone in such situation and go on a jolly motorcycle trip. I gotta remember that I'm no longer the solo kula sand. So you know, staying back, being together. We might take a car trip. We're just figuring out if she, you know, can do this. She's also bad with cold, but thankfully she doesn't have asthma and all these things. But we'll have to see if we can figure out a weekend and a place not too far, but not too many people should be around there. So we'll see if we can do a car trip. We may do it. And actually, I was supposed to be on another motorcycle trip by now, which is in delay because of multiple reasons. It's not just the coronavirus. Coronavirus is there. That reason came in later. There are other reasons. My passport is getting renewed. I'm getting a second passport. My first passport is done. So it's like I'm getting my second one. So that's gonna take a time. Then there is something else that's taking time. So that with now coronavirus, I cannot, it'll be hard. I wanted to be in another country, and if I go out, I can I cannot make it back in because US is closing down. So what am I doing? I am just watching videos, watching news, trying to edit my previous vlogs. I'm not finding the motivation really to edit my previous vlogs, because there is a lot of voiceover that is required in sort of places where my mic wasn't functioning. I've had all the kind of technical issues with recording so many trips, and now that I'm so late, some of those old footages look so old to me, so out of date to me, that even I am like, oh, what the fuck? What did I do? I should have finished the editing when it was fresh. Anyway, for now, the entertainment is being provided by these videos, like watching Americans fight on with like toilet paper or for toilet paper, watching our boys, desi boys in India, do the cow urine drinking ceremonies, and abhi kya ho raha hai, thali bajao, whatever that, and what not, I don't know. Watching those videos, eating a lot, getting fat a lot. ऑनियंस से क्या हो रहा? अरे गोकू मार खा रहा गोकू. But yeah, I feel definitely feel sad for what's happening completely, and realizing how lucky we are, how lucky we've been that we are able to, stay away from this, and we are feeling bad for folks who haven't been that. I'm just hoping for everybody stay safe. I'm wishing folks who are in bad positions to get better. I'm really hoping you can do it. And rest of you guys who are watching my vlogs, let me know how your life has been affected by this. Has it been affected? What professions are you working in? Do you know anybody who's affected by coronavirus, and how are you dealing with it? Or even if nobody's affected, that's a great thing. Then how are you actually dealing with all this? Let me know in comments below, because I want to read, and I'll see you guys in the next vlog. And I'm requesting everybody to stay safe, and please don't do that toilet seat licking thing. Namaste, sayonara. Oh, both work wireless, huh?